What's going on? This is Dr. Mike Hansen, and in this video we're talking about CBD. What is CBD? The story behind cannabidiol, the cannabis product that gets you, well, not high. You've heard of CBD, the cannabis product whose popularity has reached almost craze-like proportions. CBD has come from nowhere to everywhere in just the last few years. It is perhaps best known for its ability to reduce anxiety and promote happiness, but CBD's applications are seemingly endless. It's been successfully used to help with pain, insomnia, and depression. There are some reports that it helps with other medical conditions as well. Because of its wide range of uses, CBD-infused products are the fastest growing segment of the health industry. Even some pets are getting in on the action. For example, CBD chewables are used to calm dogs. Carl's Jr., the fast food chain, has created a burger served with a CBD-infused sauce. Not that I endorse Carl's Jr. or any fast food for that matter. In New York City, CBD-infused coffee was all the rage until it became banned. Then there's medical celebrities, Dr. Oz and Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who actually advocate for CBD, as well as non-medical celebrities such as Joe Rogan, Morgan Freeman, Gwyneth Paltrow. Then you got athletes such as David Wells, who argue on behalf of CBD use in sports medicine, where its anti-inflammatory power would allow players to recover more quickly and not risk opioid addiction. There are plenty of MMA fighters who swear by it as well. And Bubba Watson, a professional golfer, said that his decision to use CBD was quote-unquote a no-brainer. The FDA even joined the bandwagon last year, at least partially, approving the CBD medication Epidiolex. This is despite the fact that cannabis remains illegal in the eyes of the federal government. So CBD use is growing by leaps and bounds, with a projected $22 billion market by the year 2022. CBD is cannabidiol, which is derived from the flower of cannabis, the only plant genus that contains a unique class of molecular compounds called phytocannabinoids. So there's more than 80 phytocannabinoids that have been identified, but the two most prevalent are tetrahydrocannabinol, aka THC, and cannabidiol, which is CBD. THC is the psychoactive ingredient of cannabis, meaning THC is the component that gets you high, while CBD is the quote-unquote anti-psychoactive ingredient, meaning it doesn't get you high. There are actually two types of cannabis plants, meaning there are two subspecies. One is marijuana, which is rich in THC and thus has been cultivated for the high associated with its recreational use. And then there is hemp, which is low in THC. Hemp was historically cultivated for the industrial uses or its tough fibers. In December of 2018, in part because a growing body of scientific evidence showing CBD's therapeutic attributes, the federal government legalized hemp. Although 33 states have legalized medical marijuana, including 10 states with legal recreational use, marijuana remains prohibited at the federal level. So both hemp and marijuana contain CBD. The recent full legalization of hemp is part of the reason why some experts believe the CBD market will have a societal impact as monumentous as the tech revolution 2 decades ago. But to really understand what CBD is and why it has only so recently burst into such almost revolutionary prominence, it helps to know a little bit about the history of cannabis and the biology of its use. Cannabis is believed to have been used medicinally, recreationally, and for spiritual reasons throughout much of humankind's history. It's been used in some form by societies throughout the world. The oldest known written record regarding its use comes from almost 5,000 years ago in China. Ancient Greeks used it to dress wounds on horses and to apply to human nosebleeds. It was medicinally popular among Vikings and medieval Germans for relieving pain during childbirth and for toothaches, while Queen Elizabeth used cannabis to relieve her menstrual cramps. But only in recent decades have we come to understand how and why cannabis affects humans. The plant was largely excluded from scientific study due to its widespread illegality until the 1960s, when an Israeli chemist named Raphael Mechoulam was able to obtain confiscated hashish from police and study it. He elucidated the structure of THC and CBD, and then in 1992 made an even more fundamental discovery: the existence of the endocannabinoid system, meaning the ECS, in the human body. So the ECS is the body's largest system of receptors, and it's found throughout the brain, nervous system, and organs. It's been described as the molecular bridge between the body and the mind. Scientists have come to believe the ECS is among the most important physiological systems involved in human health because it regulates both mood and homeostasis, keeping internal systems balanced in the face of external stress and inflammation. He said that by using a plant that has been around for thousands of years, we discovered a new physiological system of immense importance. We wouldn't have been able to get there if we had not looked at the plant. So the implications of this discovery, including the burgeoning applications of CBD, are only beginning to take shape. In looking at the ECS, McCollum uncovered naturally occurring neurotransmitters called endocannabinoids that are structurally nearly identical to the phytocannabinoids found in cannabis. THC mimics these endocannabinoids, and binds to the two main kinds of receptors in the body, CB1 and CB2. CBD doesn't directly bind to CB1 or CB2 receptors, but instead serves as a reuptake and breakdown inhibitor, preventing the breakdown of naturally occurring endocannabinoids in the body. This is essentially the same way that selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs, work, which prevent the reuptake and breakdown of serotonin in the brain. And if you're not familiar with SSRIs, these are the medications that are mainly used to treat anxiety and depression. Think Paxil, Zoloft, etc. So CBD's health impacts span the entire endocannabinoid system. In particular, researchers have found that CBD increases the levels of anandamide, the endocannabinoid known as the bliss molecule, derived from the Sanskrit word ananda, which means extreme happiness or one of the highest states of being. CBD has shown to generally serve as a boon for brain health, serving as both a neuroprotectant and enhancing neuroplasticity. It's been shown to be effective applied topically in reducing inflammation and overall body pain. Some early studies suggest that CBD might help fight cancer and has already earned a place in overall cancer treatment for its ability to reduce nausea and help with pain. And the benefits of CBD appear to come with little to no side effects, according to the World Health Organization. They said CBD exhibits no effects indicative of any abuse or dependence potential, and to date there's no evidence of public health related problems associated with the use of pure CBD. Because this is all relatively new science, studies of CBD's efficacy in a number of treatments are still preliminary, and its actual marketing is often suspect. Many products are being released without much regulatory oversight, and the CBD levels and overall quality of CBD products are not always as advertised. Mostly they don't come as advertised. So some CBD products contain unwanted THC, which means some people might test positive for marijuana. So you really have to do your research to learn what CBD brands you can trust. Besides determining the safety and efficacy of CBD for various medical conditions, there are lots of other questions that scientists need to answer. For example, what form of CBD should be taken? What is the recommended dosage? And much more. So there's a lot coming down the pike, and if you want to know more about CBD or if you have questions about it, put it in the comments below, and make sure to give this video a like if you liked it and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the next one. See ya.